Hey guys, me Matthew again, and today I'm going to be doing another audio series. Anyways, if you're new here, please like, subscribe to the bell down below. If you're not subscribed, please like, subscribe to the bell down below, as well as go for my community posts. You do not know where you may find. But anyways, this story is pretty much similar to Hunger Games and several other types, but slightly different. It's a bit more similar to Minecraft story mode where they encounter the games at the end of season 2, but it's a bit more realistic than Minecraft to the best of my capability, and is in a future setting. But anyways, I hope you enjoy the story. Chapter 18, Hunter's Labyrinth Part 2. Crystal's Perspective. Before Beastconic and flew up, I spoke. Crystal. Alright, go kick some ass, I said while enjoying the thrill of my explosive fist and hands and caused a gorgeous but aggressive nine-tailed fox, his head explode, its body splitting into two as I continued to run and occasionally jump into it off the walls as more scientifically engineered, grounded mythical creatures that can hit the 25-foot wide gap labyrinth. Cardin, meanwhile, used his speed boost 10 and strength boost 10 to kill what creatures got past me. Cardin's enhanced speed and strength allow him to effortlessly dispatch the creatures that slip past me. His movements are a blur as he tears through monsters left and right, his hands glowing with intense energy from the strength boost. My explosive fists create stunning displays of destruction every time I land a hit. I saw a massive shadow from above, followed by intense heat. When Carter and I looked up for 5 quick seconds, we saw a wyvern. Crystal. Little bro, those birds can handle the wyvern with the others who can fly. We just need to focus on killing the creatures on the ground, I said as I double punched 2 of the heads of a Cerberus as I simultaneously kicked the middle head with my right foot that is just as explosive as my fists, its blood spewing everywhere as I flew in the air before rolling on the ground and running again. Carden nods, refocusing on the ground monsters. He dashes forward, his speed boosting ability allowing him to weave between attacks with ease as he engages a group of minotaurs. I continue my devastating combination of punches and kicks, leaving a trail of destruction behind me. We turn the corner to see not 1, but 3 stiff-legged bears from Native American mythology. The smell alone nearly made me puke, while their exposed flesh and bones were showing through their ruined pelts. Other grouped components saw and smelled him before we all ran together away from their smell while they chased the 15 of us. Crystal. Oh my gosh, those things smell so horrid. Carden wrinkles his nose in disgust. Carden. Yeah, what the hell is that smell? He asked, trying to hold back his gag reflex. The group of players runs as fast as they and trying to put distance between themselves and the stinking beasts with us. Crystal, it's coming from those ugly bears. Because of their exposed flesh and bones, oh gosh. I gave an explosive punch through the face of a manticore that was a mix of a human, scorpion, lion, rhino, and snow leopard as I needed up to avoid from being stung, his body getting in the way of the three stiff-legged bears, one of them stepping on the poison-filled stinger. The manticore's body blocks the path of the bears momentarily, and one of them steps on its poison-filled stinger. The bear lets out a deafening roar as the poison enters the system, causing its already decayed body to convulse violently. Carden. Shit. Crystal. Now, while they're distracted, let's kill the three of them together in one breath, I said to Carden and the other 13 contestants. Bert nods in agreement, realizing this might be their only chance to take out these horrendous creatures. Carden and I coordinated with the others, each choosing a target. On my stick, no, everyone attacks simultaneously. The bears are overwhelmed by the sun onslaught from all angles. I jumped really high in the air, giving a double explosive punch to one of the three stiff-legged bears' backs, its spine turning to powder as it's cut in half without a blade, while the others did their own damage. My powerful punch shatters the bear's spine, causing it to collapse instantly. The other players unleash their attacks simultaneously. Carden uses his speed boost to slash through another bear's throat, while others use their abilities to dismember or burn the third bear, which falls dead within seconds of coordinated attacks. We didn't stick around, given we didn't want to smell their rotting flesh. We each going our separate ways, with those in our clans, Carden running beside me. Carden and I run side by side, leaving the stinking corpses behind. As I round another corner, we both catch our breath temporarily. Carden. Gosh, those things were nasty, he exclaims, still slightly gagging. 5 minutes later, the labyrinth began to shift to formation 57. The 500 mythical creatures from each culture, including pop culture, has gone down to 400 and going down as more contestants kill them and the shifting labyrinth itself. The remaining 100 players has gone down to 78, while the 4 of us are still alive. Beastconic's perspective. After the other flying contestants, Beastconic and I killed off the small and medium-sized flying mythical creatures, it was time to kill the wyvern as a temporary team. Okay, y'all, let's play this thing together, I shouted at the end enthusiastically wild as I go straight for the inside of its mouth brazenly. The other flying players exchanged surprised looks at my brazen move. Without hesitation, they followed my lead, attacking the wyvern from all angles. Iconic and roars encouragingly beside me as she tears into the creature's shoulder. I flew into the wyvern's mouth before it breathed fire, my wings lit and burning my bad hat from my body as I claw its insides with both hands. My fiery wings burn brightly as the flames consume my bad fat. I claw into the wyvern's insides, tearing through vital organs and causing it to convulse violently. The other players continue their relentless assault, tearing into the beast's flesh and breaking its bones. I hit one of its fuel sacks with my lit wings, causing it to explode from the inside, setting me free and outside of its body. I emerge from the wyvern's exploding body, covered in flames and blood. The beast crashes to the ground head. The other players cheer and clap wings, impressed by my daring move. Beast Conigan flies to my side, hugging me playfully. I extinguish my wings for my own health's sake. That was disgusting, but worth it. I laugh psychotically, twirling around to get as much blood off of myself as possible. My psychotic laughter echoes through the labyrinth as I twirl, trying to shake off the blood and gore. Beastconic joins in on my maniacal laughter, enjoying the chaotic scene. The other players land nearby, watching me with a mix of horror and admiration. I stopped spinning once I got the majority of the blood off of me. Let's help Crystal and Carden, my love. Crystal's perspective. Carden and I was running in on killing more mythical creatures with other contestants. The 10-minute mark hit again, the labyrinth shifting to formation 50. There are 277 mythical creatures left to kill, only 62 contestants remaining. Carden and I ran into a large squared space that closed both Carden and I with 17 other contestants, and in with us was a 47-foot high, 20-foot wide, and 70-foot long, 5-headed hydra, one of the heads spewing out fire. Crystal. Oh, Carden finishes my sentence. The hydra's 5 heads snap and hiss aggressively as it senses a sudden influx of prey. The fire-breathing head roars, flames licking the walls. The other contestants freeze in fear or shock, unsure of what to do against this monstrous creature. Carden. Shit. Crystal. Okay, everyone, remember, if you have to cut ahead, make sure it's not the fire-breathing head, and make it count while we try to kill its heart, I said with my knowledge of the mythical creatures I studied while in the laboratory that the Hydra was created in when I was 12 at the time. The other contestants nod, taking in my instructions. They spread out, ready to attack the Hydra's heads. The fire-breathing head hisses and spits flames in the air, trying to burn anyone who gets too close. Carden watches me closely, impressed by my knowledge. Carden. Crystal? Crystal. Bro, get me as close to the left side of its chest so I can give it an explosive punch. And I'm well aware that that's easier said than done. Cardin grins mischievously, understanding my plan. He nods and moves quickly, using his speed boost to dash past one of the Hydra's heads. He grabs me and pulls me into a sudden burst of speed, getting dangerously close to the left side of the Hydra's massive chest. But before I had the chance to give it an explosive punch, we all heard a loud echoing explosion before the wyvern's corpse lands on the Hydra, the fire-spitting head going inside one of the exposed and torn fuel sacks. Crystal, everyone get away! I called out in a panic. Everyone scrambles away from the Hydra just as the wyvern's corpse explodes violently, taking one of the Hydra's heads with it. Remaining four heads roar in pain and rage. Cardin and I are thrown back by the explosion, but manage to land safely. Crystal. Shit. Two fire-spinning heads grew back. The Hydra's new heads hiss and spit fire, the flames spreading rapidly across the floor. The other contestants start to panic, some of them trying to attack the heads while others try to dodge the flames. Cardin looks at me, waiting for my next command. I stopped myself to snap myself out of my panic with both hands. Then I looked determined. Crystal. Together, we ran for the Hydra's chest while the 17 other contestants distracted the heads. These Connick's perspective. Yo, Crystal, I'll take it on the top of these con again, I shouted. The Hydra's remaining heads snap and hiss aggressively at the other contestants, trying to keep them distracted. Bisconkin and I launch ourselves from above, aiming to land on the Hydra's back near its neck area. Meanwhile, Crystal and Cardin reach the Hydra's chest. At the same time, Bisconnigan and I use gravity while I briefly ignite my wings for extra speed as we go down to punch its spine while Cardin tries again and through Crystal with momentum at the left side of the Hydra's chest. Crystal ready to use her explosive fist. Bisconnigan and I collide with the Hydra's spine, our punch landing with a loud crack. Simultaneously, Cardin throws Crystal with perfect timing and force. Her explosive punch hits the Hydra's left side of its chest, dead center. The blast sends shock waves through the entire creature. The Hydra's chest exploded, turning its ribs into powder, its heart exposed and damaged as it slowly beats down. The Hydra roars in agony, its remaining heads thrashing wildly. The exposed heart beats erratically, and the creature's movements become sluggish. The other contestants pause their attacks, watching in awe as the Hydra begins to collapse under its own weight. Bisconnigan and I flew off of its back before the Hydra makes a loud echoing thud on the ground. Not bad, Crystal. Not bad at all. I land gracefully beside Bisconnigan as the Hydra finally stops moving completely. The arena falls silent for a moment before erupting into cheers from the remaining contestants who witnessed our coordinated attack. Crystal walks over to join us both, a proud smirk on her face. Before Crystal had the chance to speak, the labyrinth began to shift to formation 178. The remaining 56 players felt a strong wet wind that made my eyes widen in warning. I quickly grabbed Crystal while Beastconigan grabbed Cardin before flying up in the air, while the other flying players grabbed as many of their clanmates as possible before a 30-foot circular wave of water kills off 25 players who couldn't get saved in time, leaving 26 remaining players. As soon as the water evened out, 10 large doors opened up underwater before large, medium, and small mythical creatures for Wave 3. The labyrinth finishes its formation to create a solid cylinder platform for all 26 of us to stand on. Crystal finally spoke. Crystal. Holy shit, that was close. She looks pale and shaken, but otherwise okay, thanks to my quick thinking and Beastconigan's swift action. Crystal. If you hadn't grabbed me, gosh, I owe you big time. She hugs me tightly. I hugged her back before quickly pushing her back. This isn't over yet. We still have 125 left to kill. Son of a bitch, they actually made it. Within the mile square space, large hark-like fins circle the arena, creating a whirlpool leading under the cylinder, while the other mythical creatures stayed outside of its range. They made Charybdis. Everyone looked terrified at the mention of Charybdis, a legendary sea monster known for creating deadly whirlpools. A massive fin circling a cylinder platforms and waves of fear through the remaining players. Some of them back away from the edge, not daring to get close. Okay, everyone, there's only 26 of us left. Garden Crystal, Beastconigan, and I don't have any water enhancements. What about the 22 of y'all? I asked strategically, knowing that there are only 6 water type enhancements. Webbed hands and feet, pressure depth control, dolphin's grace, water breathing, Eels electricity, and technically Austria's hard armored skin. 6 players stepped forward, confirming they have water enhancements. 2 with dolphin's grace and webbed hands and feet, 2 with pressure depth control and water breathing, 1 with Eel's electricity, and 1 with the rare Dunkling Austria's hard armored skin. The rest shake their heads nervously. Okay, you 6 handle the creatures underwater outside of the whirlpool's radius. The flyers at Beastconigan and I will take the ones on the water surface. Those of you who can't fly or have water-based enhancements but has long-range abilities, even if it's just throwing a rock with all your strength, 10 through 15 enhancements will attack on the platform, and the rest with close-ranged enhancements like Crystal have a choice to either stay or join us flyers in doing some serious damage. I said strategically. The remaining players quickly organized themselves based on my instructions. The 6 water-enhanced players dive into the water, ready to take on the mythical creatures outside the whirlpool's radius. The other 9 flyers joined Beastconigan and I in the air, only few of them holding players with close-range enhancements, while Beastconigan held Crystal to put her explosive fists and feet to good use. Meanwhile, I use my claws in the air to go after the mythical creatures who have long necks or that get tossed out of the water. As the battle begins, the flyers soar through the air, attacking mythical creatures with precision and power. Miss Congan uses Crystal's explosive fists and feet to devastating effect, taking out several creatures with powerful blows. I use my claws effectively against long-necked creatures and those tossed from the water. There were mythical sea creatures, even ones in modern-day folklore from rumors that's part of pop culture. One by one, we killed as many as we could until Charybdis was left. We soon gathered back on the platform. The battleground is now clear of all mythical creatures except for Charybdis, a massive sea monster with its huge whirlpool. All 26 remaining players stand on the platform, panting and wounded but alive. Wisconsin sets Crystal down gently. Once I caught my breath, I spoke strategically. Okay, who among you can biologically generate poison thanks to one of your enhancements? I asked, knowing that Crystal Cardin and Beast Congan didn't have the necessary enhancements that would kill Charybdis. 4 players stepped forward, their enhancements allowing them to produce various types of poison. One with snake venom, another with spider venom, one with scorpion poison, and the last with a rare enhancement that produces a deadly neurotoxin called King Cobra venom. The others shake their heads sadly. Okay, you 4 need to spew out as much poison into the water as possible. The one with the scorpion tail needs to stick your mechanical tail in the water while the rest of us will hold you in place to keep you from getting dragged under, I said strategically. The 4 poisonous players nod, understanding their crucial role. The scorpion tail player positions himself at the edge of the platform, his mechanical tail extended into the water. The other 3 began to spew their respective poisons into the churning waters, creating a toxic brew. The rest of us hold the scorpion-tailed player strongly to keep her from going under. Toxic mixture spreads rapidly through the water, the powerful neurotoxins and venoms combining to create an incredibly deadly concoction. Suddenly, Charybdis' massive form begins to convulse violently beneath the surface. Its whirlpool starts to slow and weaken significantly. The poison is working. They keep at it until the whirlpool finally stops. The water becomes eerily still as Charybdis' convulsions cease. The massive sea monster floats lifelessly just beneath the surface, its enormous body drifting aimlessly without the power of its whirlpool to keep it anchored. The 4 poisonous players collapse exhausted onto the platform, their job done. The abomination counter fell to 0 on our contacting glasses hoods. That was followed by the announcer's voice echoing through the speakers in the labyrinth. We didn't take first place, but we at least got third. Announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hunter's Labyrinth has been completed with 26 players remaining. They've each earned their clan's earnings. 100 million to first place, 50 million to second place, and 25 million to third place. The water began filtering out with The abomination's corpse is from flyers grounded and sea-bound goes into the drain beneath the cylinder. Once drained, the cylinder goes down, sealing the drain before we began walking to the exit of the labyrinth. As we're escorted out, giving back the contacts and glasses hoods. That was fun, but some of those mythical sea creatures were ugly. I said to Beast Connigan, Carden, and Crystal. Beast Connigan laughs heartily, wiping sweat from her brow. Beast Connigan. You can say that again. Crystal nods in agreement, her eyes scanning the group as we exit the labyrinth. Crystal. I never thought I'd see something as terrifying as Charybdis. It may have been a smaller version of the one in the movie Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, but still acted the same, I said as all 26 of us filled into the CH-47D Chinook together one by one. As everyone settles into their seats, the Chinook's engines roar to life, lifting off and carrying the group back towards the FTS/CFTS building. Quan sits next to me, a thoughtful expression on his face. Carden. You know, Beast Koenig, your strategic thinking and quick action saved many lives back there. I can't take all the credit. Beast Koenig and the other flyers followed suit after I grabbed your sister before the wave crashed on us all, despite the few who we couldn't carry, I said humbly. Beast Koenig smiles warmly at me from her seat across the aisle. Crystal. True, but without your initial commands and quick thinking, we might not have made it through that wave alive. And those last-minute strategies against Charybdis, brilliant. She phrases sincerely. Thank you, but that credit belongs to the four who happened to have the enhancements we require to make it work.